Hi all, my name is Santosh and welcome to my YouTube channel guys. So now let's start the C++ introduction class. So guys, uh, C++ is very important programming language. So and if you learn C++ programming language, it is very important when you develop any game, an operating system, embedded systems. And upcoming slides we will discuss deeply and why we need to study and what is C++ programming languages. So if you if you want to start to learn C++ programming language, this YouTube channel is providing free and will be uploaded each video's note if you want to make for or you want to prepare for your examinations or assignments. So now let's start from its creation. Mean who creates the C++ programming language. So what is C++ and who creates it? The creator of C++ programming language is Bazarne Straub. So I would like to highlight it. See what is C++ programming language and who is the creator. When you start to study the C++ programming language, it comes in mind who is the creator, who creates C++ programming language. So he is one of the computer scientists who creates the C++ programming language, Bazarne Straub. If I pronounce well, his name is Bazarne Straub. Bizarne Bizarne Straub. His name is Bazarne Straub. And why we need to study is what is C++. So C++ is a powerful high performance programming language that builds on the foundation of C language. C++ is the superset of C. It is the branch. It is created with the help of C language, C programming. So C++ is a powerful high performance programming language and that builds on the foundation of C language, C. It was developed by Bazarne Straub in 1985. In 1985, it was launched having the name C++. It was introduced or developed by the Bazarne Straub in 1985 with the goal combining the efficiency and control of uh, C with advanced programming feature like object-oriented programming language. So C we have already studied, and I have created a C programming playlist. And so in this video we are discussing about the C++ programming language, which is the superset of C language. And as founder or creator father of C language is Dennis Ritchie, which was introduced or developed, invented in 1972. And uh, after C language, some of the flaws are some of the requirements are some of the features has been added in the C++ programming language, just like object-oriented programming language. We called it. And the creator of the C++ is Bazarne Straub in 1985, and it is the features. And C++ includes the advanced features like OOP. So it is very difficult. It is very difficult. It was very difficult to work as a in C language now, and that's why some of the flaws were happens and found. That's why C++ was created, and it was finally introduced and invented in 1985. based on a Strassdorf. So why this is created? It comes to your mind. Some of the disadvantages were means in C language. Some of the activities, some of the tasks we cannot perform there. So C++ was created having OOP concept, object-oriented programming. So history, if you see the history of C programming language, it was invented. It was invented by Vezane Strassdorf in 1985. 1985. The creation of C++ was started in 1979, but it is finally introduced C++, having the name C++, 1985. C++ was created Bell Laboratories, AT&T Bell Labs in 1979. It was first initial phase. If you see the initial creation 1979, and initial name, its first name C with classes, because C++ was created with the help of C language, and it is the superset of C language. So C was extended, having some additional features, advanced additional features like OOP concept. So initial name of the C++ was C with classes. C with classes. So it was because it extends the C programming by the adding features object, and I've already discussed about it in a previous slide. So it was extended. It was extended having the additional features, advanced feature, object-oriented programming. Don't worry, guys. We will discuss about the object-oriented programming in upcoming sessions and upcoming lectures, upcoming slides. So don't worry, we'll deeply understand. I make you all a deep understanding about the C++ programming language in the field of programming of computer science. So if you see, it was created, if you are facing the MCQ questions, who is the creator of C++? Vezane Strassdorf. When it was created, 1979, initial phase, where it was created, Bell Laboratories, AT&T, US. Its initial name is C with classes. Classes. The feature of the classes feature was not in previous language called C language. In the C language, no features added there. In C++, it was added. So the initial name was named as C with classes. Why we learn C++? It comes to your mind. It comes to your mind that we have already learned about the C languages. Then why you need to learn again C++? It comes to your mind. So if you see C++ is everywhere. These languages are widely used everywhere. It is using in every fields of computer science, any system development or software development, game development, system software, embedded systems. If you see any IoT devices, game developments. So C++ is everywhere. It is the backbone of high performance applications. C++, it is the backbone. It is the backbone. It is the backbone of high performance application creation. From video games to operating systems. Video game to applications, operating system, OS creations. It is the backbone of high performance application. It means video games, high performance applications, operating systems that were used in our Windows operating system like Linux, Mac OS, Android operating systems we used in or mobile cell phones, that is Android operating system. Then the main role of C++ are it is a versatile. We use in operating systems creations, game development, embedded systems. So C++ is everywhere. It is the backbone of high performance applications and video games. Games we create and develop, operating system we create system, even space exploration tools. Ex- Exploration tools we create, just like drivers, space in the satellites, or in many things. Learning C++ is not only build your programming skill. If you see, it is importance. Learning C++ is not only builds your programming skills, but also opens door to exciting career opportunity in software engineering and development and many more. It's not building your only programming skills. It also open doors. It also open your doors to become a to carry to work to get opportunity in the engineering sides, software software engineering, or development, and many more. It is very important everywhere. This language is in using in everywhere in the programming field. So if you see, I have already discussed high performance applications. It is used high performance, just like video games, video games, high performance operating systems, high performance applications. So game development, game development, operating system, embedded system, embedded systems. So operating systems, game GUI based applications, just like a graphical user interface means if we click in a folder, that is the if we click with the help of mouse pointing devices, that you can see, that is the graphical user interface. We give a command, or we can run any program by clicking, that is the graphical user interface. Many highly used GUI graphical interface based on desktop applications and developed with C++ programming language. Due to its high speed, why it was oops why why because it is very high speed. It provides high speed performance. It provides high speeds performance. Some examples of applications, just like I'll explain you. First one is high performance, high speed, very near to the near to hardware. Game development, operating system, embedded systems, and just like you can see Adobe, Adobe is just like Photoshop, ID, inline, inline. It means Illustrator, Photoshop, WinMap, Media Players, Microsoft. It means some of the uh, systems were of the Microsoft and Adobe softwares, series software, just like Photos, Inlines, and Photoshops, and other softwares created with the help of C++ programming language. If you see the browsers, just like Google Chromium, Google Google Chromium, Google Chromium, Google Chromium was also created with the help of C++ programming language. Mozilla, Mozilla Firefox, Mozilla, Mozilla Firefox. It means browsers are also created with the help of C++ language. Netscape, Safari, Safari, Opera. You have already seen hear about it, aware about it. Opera is also created with the help of C++ language. So it means it will help you to understand computer architectures. C++ is very near to the hardware, so that's why it is very fast to the memory management. It helps to memory management. It will help you to understand computer architectures, since C++ is low level language that directly interact with hardwares. It is low level because it is why you call low level, because it is very near to the hardware. Low level language, low level language near to the hardware. C++ allows, it allows you to learn how computer memory works, and how information is stored. C++ allows us, it gives the view to us how the computer memories are managing, and how it works, and how the information are stored in the memory. Because everything is memory. Without memory, it's not possible to learn any languages, because everything will be depends on memory, RAM, random access memories. Because the first steps when we do write a program, that the main thing will happen there. That is the memory management. How the memory are managed. That's why there are different and distinct programming languages, and as per their requirements, as per their uh, requirements of the programmers, and then we need the languages were created, and they occupy, or they manage as per their facilities and functionalities. They manage the memory. So it is very important language in the field of high performance applications like game, operating system, embedded systems. The system, embedded system that are used in IoT devices, Internet of Things, that's like IP camera, and we so C++ is a very important programming language, and it is the versatile in different sectors, in different level of programming we can use it. So it starts in the next slides. What is programming language? What is programming language? Don't worry guys, I will provide its notes also in GitHub accounts. You can I will upload there, and you know you can uh, download from there easily, and these notes will be uploaded with this video links and descriptions. You can download from there. So what is programming language? We have studied the C++, the programming language, this programming, C language, C++ programming language. Then what is programming language? At first we need to understand about it. So a programming language is a formal system of communications used to instruct a computer to perform a specific task. It means, if you see, I will explain you in a simple language. It is the system of communications. Just like a, if you programming language, if two peoples oops, mm, these people knows English, and this man knows Russian, Russian, Russian language. So he cannot understand Russian and he cannot understand the English. But with the help of programming language instruction, we can make we can perform a specific task. We can write a code, and the out code will translate English to Russian, Russian to English. It means it is the system of communications. It is the in a simple language you need to understand about it. It is the system of communications used to instruct computer to perform space. Instruct. We use instructions. We give an instruction to a computer to perform a specific task with the help of programming language. It is the system of communications. It served as a bridge between human and computers. It served as the bridge between human and computers. It serves as the bridge of human and computers. Computer didn't understand our language, and we also don't understand computer language. In this between them, the programming language comes in the pictures. That is called the programming language. This programming language helps us to communicate each others. The computer understands only 0 and 1s, and we don't understand 0 and 1s. It converts, it provides us our understandable language, and we provide to the computers the computer understandable language. Computer understand 0 1. This is the low level language, machine language, and we understand high level language. High level language. So the programming language comes into the features. It is the interaction. It works as a bridge between the human and computers, allowing developers to write code that machine can interpret and execute. And to communicate with the computers, we need to instruct. We instruct to the computers, and we can say the developer write a code or instruct or write a code that machine can interpret and execute. We write a code, and machine, our PC can execute and interpret our code, and it provides our understandable language. It is the system to interact with people or human beings and computers. And the programming language play an important role. So now let's move to the next slide. So why do we need programming language? Why do you need? What are the requirements? Why we need to learn programming language? First of all, automation, problem solving, communication, innovation. So why we need? For automation, execute repetitive complex tasks efficiently. If we have to execute anything repeated manner, complex tasks. So suppose mm, we want to repeat hello 1 million times. It is very difficult to write, but computer can write, can print within a minute or seconds. So automations, it will print. Suppose we need a we buy something from the shop, and we have to pay there, and invoice will be printed, invoice, and we have to when we enter our data price and what we shop from there and what we have bought there, and if the payment bill will be automatically generated. Why? Because of programming languages. We have written. The code has been, instructions has been already given to the computers, and to do some special tasks. That's why programming languages were created. So automations, it's not for learning for your skill development, guys. It is also for your career developments, and you can also write, you can make your notes and for exam preparations, and any kinds of university exams are also for job preparations. It will help you. Problem solving, develop solution for business, science and technology challenges. Problem solving, programming languages help us to solve the problem of businesses, science, technology challenges, businesses. In the current era, it is not possible to work or do the business without the computers. And to use the computers, machine, we have to subsystems, we require some softwares, and programs, and the programs, why, how the program created with the help of programming languages. In science programming language, and the systems, and the uh, uh, programs also helps to the what we want to learn from the science. It means, and technology, whatever we are using, just like I'm just recording these videos, some of the technology has been used here. Obviously technologies, to create, to develop the technologies, and to enhancement of the business, and to uh, make the science best, and it the programming languages are used to make the system, to make the softwares. It makes easy to understand any things if we make the system or things in a understandable manners or visualizations. Everything will be depends in programming languages, different programming languages. We can see communications, just like translate human logic into instructions that a computer can understand. Execute C++, it's like translate human logics computer can understand, just like translate, just like Google Translate. We can see if you write something that the Google will translate, and that gives the output. It is used to communications. Innovations enable the creation of advanced systems like AI, robotics, data analysis tools. So it keeps the innovations, it gives the idea to develop or create advanced system like AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, and data analysis. We use in to create this uh, system by Python language. After this language, I will uh, definitely uh, launch or prepare or provide you the Python programming language. But I need your support. Your one likes and one subscribe, one share, one comment makes more motivate me, and this motivations will be encouraged and to prepare important things and useful things that you are required, so that you need. So now let's move to the characteristics or features of the programming language. What are the characteristics of the programming language? So syntax, the set of rules that defines the structure of valid code, how the statements are written, punctuated and arranged. Characteristics, programming language, set of rules, protocols, that defines the structure of valid code. How the code will be valid? It means syntax. Syntax, it means something will be already defined. We cannot define and write by our methods as per our need, as per the language suggests how we can write and how the statements are written. Just like grammar, you just like C is, C is. We use this the grammar. CR we can't use. Just like I'll show you. C is. This is correct. CR. This is not correct because this is not syntax. This is not grammars. This is correct. So how the statements are written, punctuated and arranged. This is the first characteristics. This is the first characteristics. How the rules, the set of rules that define the structure valid code. Semantics. The meaning of the instruction are statement written in the language. Semantics means the meanings, whatever we written, like instructions, what we want to get performed, want from our computers, that we write instructions there, and the meaning, semantics, that has the meaning, that has the valid meaning, that is the meaning, valid meaning. Semantics, this is the second features. Third feature is abstractions. Programming language allow humans to write complex instructions without dealing directly with hardware level details. Abstractions, we write a code, we don't know how the hardware is performance. What is the performance of the hardware? We directly write, instruct to the computer. We deal with the directly hardware level details. We don't know, without dealing with the hardware level details, we write the language or instructions. So this is the third characteristics of the programming language. And what is the purpose of programming languages? The first one is to automate tasks and solve problems using computers. Correct? Why we need automate tasks, solve problem using computers? To create application system and tools for various domains. Application system, softwares, tools, various system domains, just like AI, DS, analysis tools, cybersecurity. In every domain you can write. We use programming language to create the systems and applications in different domains. To provide a framework for expressing logic and algorithm the way of the machine can execute. Framework to explain logic and algorithms. The machine can execute. It means the first one is automate task problem to create domains, just like web development, game development, data analysis, is many more. To provide framework for expressing logic and algorithm. We need the purpose of programming language. Algorithm, step by step process is called algorithm. So these are three purpose of programming language. How programming language works? we have studies and the purpose, characteristics, why we need, or the um, requirements. So, and what is programming language? We have already discussed. So, how what we have already discussed, and now we reached to the point of how the programming language works. How it works? The first one is source code. It means source code. Developers means we are those who writes code. Developers write code in the programming language. The first one is the code which was written. Instructions, that is the source code programming language. In each or every any programming language, not only C++, but in this particular video we are I'm discussing about the C++ only. So developer writes code in the programming language. This is the code written by the developer is source code. Just like I can show you. It's like uh, oops see out see out see out insertion hello world. This means these are the code or instruction. These are source code, and it has also header files and closing files, int man functions. That is the other things. We will line by line we discuss, guys. Don't worry. So these are the first point. Source code we need. The developer write the code in the programming language. In every programming language, there will be the source code because everything is source code. And the second one is translation. The second one is translation. The code is translated to machine code, a machine language, that is called use a compiler or interpreter. That is called the machine language, binary code, low level language. By using compiler and interpreter, and C++ is a compile based typed language. Typed, we have to type everything. Typed language, compiler, compilation, compile language. All source of code, all lines of code executed at one click. Compiler and interpreter. Compiler we use. Compiler convert the entire code into machine code before executions. Just like C++ compiler. Compiler means it is the translator. It acts as a translate. It translate our source code, main file, into the machine code. If you say in simple language, our source code will be executed or converted into machine understandable language. Means the code the machine can understand, our compiler will convert, and machine understand only 0 and 1s, and the code we have written hello world, it will be converted into 0 and 1s, and our machine will understand. And once if the machine understand, you will provide us a displays. It will convert in high level language hello and display the display console. Interpreter, compiler converts entire code. It means whatever we have written, one line code, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will convert in one run. In one run, once, all. Interpreter means line by line conversion. Translate execute code line by line. This will be converted, this will be converted, this will be converted. All will be executed, converted, but it will convert line by line. If one line have errors, it does not affect to the anothers. This will be printed, this will be not printed if error occurs. and compiler will execute at once, all entire code at once. It will not execute print if any errors will be happen there. So execution, the computer execute the machine code instructions. Executions, computer just like Python, computer execute the machine code instructions. Execute, it means run the code. Run the code and display the output. Display the output in the console. Console screen. So in this figure, just like we have a editor, how just like text editor, text editor, just like VS Code, we can say VS Code or Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code, and preprocessor we have to add there. We'll discuss deeply, guys, in our practical. So at first we need to understand the theory, because theory gives you a view, it gives you a concept or architectures, it gives you the understanding foundation, it makes your foundations strong. Editors, we write a source code, and there had been the preprocessors, just like a preprocessor header files, and our compiler just like compile the code into the object code .obj, and the extension of the CPP is .cpp extension file. This is the extension. It will be convert into obj. Oops. Dot obj object file. Compilers will convert it into obj object code the machine can understand, and then linker will execute into the .exe file. .exe means we have seen earlier .exe extension software, just like our VS Code.exe means that is executable file. That will be, if we run it, it will be executed and installed in our system. Loader and CPU input output systems executed. So these are the how the programming language works. We'll definitely see about in a practical sessions. So C++ source code is pre-processed, just like if you see, I will erase it. So C++ source code, C++ source code, C++ source code, C++ source code processed before it compiled into the object code. It is processed before compiled to the object code. And a processor directive which begins with a processor, our processor directive begins with has symbol, has sign which begins with sign, and as include, just like we include header files, include preprocessors to perform certain actions including header files. It is used to include header file, external file, to use the functions, to use the defined functions in the language, predefined functions before header, just like if we use include .io stream, that means there is the external file, header files, library functions, library files. Why we use that? Because we have to use the functions, we have to print the functions that is used, just like a cout, we use the output functions, cout, scene, input functions, and other indial functions, other functions we study or see later. Before compiling the source code into object code, uh, the preprocessor directive are not programming statement. The preprocessor directive, what we written in the program, that is not a programming statement. That is not a programming statement. 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 And therefore should not be terminated with it should not be terminated with semicolon, just like has include IO stream. IO stream. It is not a programming statement. It is just a preprocessor directives or header files. It includes the header files. That's why it does not terminated with semicolon. So this is the first code demonstrations. Hello world, we print how we syntax. What are the syntax of the program? C++ of C++ programming language. Just like we use header files. These are the preprocessor directives. Preprocessor directives, header files, header files, library function, library functions. These are the preprocessor. These are the preprocessor directives. And using namespace std. These are the syntax: int man, cout, hello world, indel, return 0. Now you can see here, guys, what is happening here. Include. I'll change the color. 1 minute. Include to the library for input output. Why we include IO streams? These are the input. These are the output functions. These are the streaming statements. Statements to use and the IO streams. We use why include, because we have to use cout functions, cout objects. To use it, we have to include IO stream library functions. Input output library for input outputs. We use IO stream. And the second, using namespace. Second, namespace. Let's avoid typing std. If we don't use, we have to write in each object double colon before commands. So we use using namespace over it. And the third one is cout. Intman. Intman is the main function. Main initial. We have to use it before writing any course in the C programming languages. C programming language or C++ programming language. Cout is used to print text. Just as cout is used object to print the text written within the double quote. Insertion operators, we call it. Indel, it gives you a new line to the program. After writing it, return 0 means successfully compilations. This program successfully compilation. Successfully compiled in 0 seconds. 0 seconds. It means we have, you can see here, I have write the hello world code demonstrations. This is our syntax, our C programming language. We write by using this syntax and lines of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line of course over here, if you see here. So congratulations, you have taken your first, you have written your first C++ program. And in the upcoming videos we will study about the C++ documentations, comments, variables, loops, even object-oriented programming also, and what are the loops, object, and the variables, constants, and control statements, logical operators. Many things we'll discuss in the upcoming videos. So guys, I will provide you the its note whatever we discussed in this video, and uh, I will upload in the description, or you can visit my GitHub accounts, and you can download easily from there. And please subscribe my channels and like, share, comments, and share to your friends, and it gives you more view about the C++ programming language. And also it is very useful for your assignments in your university. If you just started to learn or join the BCA or MCA and BSc CSIT, it means computer science, information and technology. If you have admitted and studying or preparing for your job and for your career and other MNC companies and other things, just like jobs, government or privates, are your hobbies, for your hobbies. And it is very useful to learn, and it because it helps you, it gives you a more view and understand about the computer programming. And C is most popular programming language in the world, and it is widely used because it gives you, it is very useful to make or develop any software development and engineering, software engineering, just like embedded systems, operating system. And you can, we have already discussed, it gives you very helpful in operating systems, game development, and just like editing softwares, just like Photoshop, Adobe, just the all series are products, are many of the products. And even you can say all the products are created by using the C++ programming language. So congratulations guys, you have created your first program. And this video will give you the more view about the C++ programming language. So please subscribe my channels, and now let's make your foundation clear. And please write this note, your copies, and it gives you more view for your preparations uh, in your university levels assignment and exam preparations. So guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channels